What's up, everybody? It's Ty the Bourbon Guy, and welcome to the 25 Days of Whiskey. Today is day 8, and the bottle we have today is Midwinter Nights Dram. This actually is Act 8. I thought it was perfect for day 8, right? First and foremost, happy birthday, Mom. I have to say that, right? For those that may not know, this is actually a rye finished in port, French oak port in barrels, and it's a bottle that comes out of High West Distillery, and one that is highly sought after. And, you know, I think just like anything else, the bourbon world loves to say that, oh, it's not as good as it used to be. And, you know, that may be true for a lot of different whiskeys. But again, I'm just of the firm belief that even if you're trying to compare a year to another year of a special release, and you're going to say that it's not as good, just keep in mind that overall, that's still a very good whiskey. So, you know, I think that the price point probably plays into this particular one, but overall, still a fantastic whiskey. So this is Act 8. I got this a few years ago, and this particular bottle for me is one that I live in Indiana. It snows all the time. So although we've come, you know, gotten a little lighter on the snow lately, I feel like you get one big snow, and then that's kind of it. Even though my friends in Houston love to say that it snows here all the time, even in the summer, whatever, Houston. But you know, when you get that one good snow going, get the fire going, and you're just at home, and you know, whether you're off work or just whatever the case may be, kids are at home from school, whatever the case is, you got the fire going, so maybe some good food. This particular bottle is one that I love to go to, and I'm like, is it a psychology thing to where winter's in the name? You know, I just think of that bottle when I go to that time and place when it's wintertime and I'm in that moment, maybe have football on or just whatever the case is, Christmas trees up, whatever. It's a bottle that I think to go to. It is very warming and has those spices and you know, is a rye, so it's going to have that. But it feels odd to me to drink this at any other point in the year. So it's one that I do enjoy going to at specific times, and it's also one that I enjoy when people come over and ask me if I have it. I'd love to pull this out and let them try it for themselves. So speaking of trying it, let's get into it. Cheers. So for me, this bottle has those spices, and it's a rye, so it's going to have some of that there. I think when I first opened the bottle compared to even just, you know, me sipping it now, more of the mint flavor starts to come through a little bit on this sip than when I first cracked it. So as it starts to open up, I think that those rye flavors are really starting to open up along with the whiskey. And it's Act 8, so it's been open. It's been open for a while. But, you know, maybe originally there was some darker, heavier, like I said, some of those warming notes. It's still warming, but it's almost like getting a little brighter as the years have gone. So let's keep going. So is this a bottle that's, you know, worth all the hype? Is it a bottle that's worth the price point? Is it a bottle that you should be hunting? I would say if you find it, and as long as somebody hasn't marked it up, I think everybody should maybe at least have one of these in your collection. But because just like any limited release, any particular batched whiskey, you run the risk of it being different batch to batch, and maybe you like one, you know, act in this case different. Maybe you like it a little bit more than the act that's out now. Whatever the case is, if there's a chance for you to ever try it before you buy it at that price point, I would definitely say that. Anything really above $100, in my opinion, you know, I'm not going to tell anybody how to spend their money, but anything above that, I think it's worth at least trying it at a bar or whatever you need to first, and then you can determine if that's something you're willing to pay the money on. So a lot of people I know enjoy it. I've heard a lot of people mention that, you know, over the years, you know, they kind of compare different acts, and that's kind of the fun in it. But again, I think we kind of get lost in the weeds there, and at the end of the day, this is still a very good whiskey. I appreciate you all tuning in. Thank you once again for supporting this channel, supporting the 25 Days of Whiskey. This has been a phenomenal experience, and I just enjoy everybody tuning in and all the positive feedback. Make sure you like and subscribe, do all the things. One more time, happy birthday, Mom. And I will see you all tomorrow for day 9. Cheers.